days go on, it will not be as clunky when we do these warm-ups. It'll be faster and moving on. But again, you can get an easy 100 by doing these every day of the week. Don't forget to write the blue objective. I know today it was mismatched. So whatever you have written, just leave it there. But this is what we're actually doing today. We're going to solve equations using Nsolve. But for the warm-up, I wanted to know what you know by hand, okay? So on number 1, let's solve this. First of all, how do I solve an equation? What's the goal? What am I trying to do? How do I know I've solved it? Okay, what? Okay, when x is by itself, right? Y'all have heard that before? So we have x, and then we have two things that we need to get rid of. So here's the question. What do I need to get rid of first, the 3 or the minus 5? Okay, the minus 5. So the way I think about it, 3 and x are buddies. Minus 5 is a loner. We got to get rid of that loner first. Get it out of here, okay? So we get rid of things by doing inverse operations. Or another way of saying it is opposite. So what's the opposite of minus 5? Plus 5 on both sides. And y'all remember Fruit Ninja? You're like slash stuff. Okay, we're slashing the minus 5 and the plus 5. They're gone. So now I can bring down 3x, bring down equals. And what's 13 plus 5? 18, right? So we got one step done. Now, real quick, 3 is in front of x. Do y'all know what the name of this thing in front of x is called? There's a name for this. The variable is the x. The number in front is called the coefficient. The number in front is called the coefficient. Cool? So if you have a coefficient, what's happening between the coefficient and the variable right here? Multiplying, okay? So again, number and a letter, they're being multiplied. So to split that up, we do the opposite. What's the opposite of multiplying? Dividing, okay? So again, 3x, it's a coefficient. I'm going to divide by the exact same number, which is 3. When I divide by 3 on one side, to keep it equal, I got to do it on the other side. So divide by 3, okay? Slash out those 3's, and now I have x equals, what is 18 divided by 3? 6, okay? If you're not sure, calculator can help you out, right? So that's how you do a two-step problem. I think you'll have some of that stuff on your quiz. What about number 2? What's going on in number 2? Okay, so I see the parentheses. I think a PEMDAS. I got to do that first. So inside the parentheses, x plus 8 stays the way it is, but the number in front, the 3, has to go into it. I like to show it with these little arcs, and this is called distribution, or distributing the 3. When you distribute the 3, you're going to multiply. Does everyone know that? You multiply into the parentheses. So 3 times x is what? So whenever you have a number times a variable, they go together. So 3 times x, 3x. Okay? 3 times x, 3x. So let's write that down. And then 3 times 8, 8 times 3, 24. If it's positive, I put a plus sign, 24. And then bring down equals 3. Now, this looks like what we did before. It's a two-step problem. So what do I get rid of first? 24. What's the opposite of a positive 24? Subtraction. So if I do it on one side, minus 24, I'm going to do it on the other side, minus 24. The 24s cancel, so I scratch them. And I bring down 3x equals, what's 3 minus 24? Negative 21, okay? So it's very important that we don't mess up positive, negative signs. So if you're not sure, or if you want to check yourself, please use the yellow calculator. 3 minus 24 is negative 21. And then how do I get rid of that 3, like last time? Divide. It's a coefficient. I divide to get rid of a coefficient. Those 3's cancel out. What's negative 21 divided by 3? So it would be -7. A negative number divided by a positive stays negative. Only a negative divided by a negative would cancel it out, okay? All right. So, okay, so I'm going to pass out these notes. So this week I am still moving in, trying to grade your old stuff, trying to catch up on a lot of different things. So we're going to kind of take it slow this week. We are going to do stuff, obviously, but you'll notice today it's kind of just do a little notes. Tomorrow, do an assignment, kind of slow pace. Questions? Restroom? You can sign out, take the pass. You want to, as soon as you can, because we're doing new notes, okay? Here, there's one for him. Okay, you're good. Pass him back. Thank you. All right. All right, so does everyone have this sheet? Okay. Now, you can put your name on it. These are notes, so you're going to, yes, new stuff though, so as soon as you can get back, that'll be better. Yeah. Okay. So again, make sure your name's on it. These are notes, so you're going to keep these notes, okay? And you're going to use them on tomorrow's assignment. Yes. My bad. I didn't give you an extra one. Sorry. Okay. So, does everyone have a yellow calculator? Okay. I want you to actually be pressing the buttons that I press so you can know how to do this. Okay. So I see a few people without a calculator that need to get a calculator. Right? So, go ahead, and I'm going to actually set this up where my calculator's on the left side. All right, I want everyone to press the on button to get to this main home screen, okay? So go ahead and, again, make sure your calculator's on. Make sure you press the home screen. It should look just like this, okay? Now, how do we get to the calculator part of our calculator? Okay, you can press A, but I bet you if you press A, there's going to be a bunch of junk in there. People's stuff that they type. You could press this button right here. Again, you'd probably get extra junk, okay? I don't like junk. So what I want you to do is press a new document. You can press number 1 or click right here. Go to a new document. It's going to ask you, do you want to save some junk? And you could say, I don't need no junk. No. And then from here, calculator is number 1. Add a calculator. I know that's more steps, but it's nice and clean. All right. Now, here's what our notes say off to the right over here. To solve an equation in your calculator, it's a one variable equation in your calculator, okay, here are the buttons. First, you want to click menu. Then you're going to click 3 for algebra. And then you're going to click 1 for numerical solve. And it's going to look like this, Nsolve, okay? So today you're learning Nsolve if you didn't already know it. So go ahead and press menu on your calculator, 3 for algebra, 1 for solve. And yours should say Nsolve. Mine just says solve, but yeah, yours says Nsolve. Okay, so, right, it should look just like this. Now, here's what you do to solve an equation. All you're going to do is type in your equation. Let's do this one right here, okay? So let's go ahead and type, within those parentheses, let's type in 2x plus 3 equals 11, okay? So on the back of your notes, we're doing the one at the top, I believe. Okay, 2x plus 3 equals 11. So I'm going to start typing. 2, x is at the bottom, plus 3 equals is on the left-hand side, 11. Okay, so everyone's able to press menu 3-1, type it in. If you hit enter, you're going to get an error. It does not like that. Okay, here's why. Very important, super important. You must put a comma and the variable. This is so important. Okay, so do you see the way that it is right here where I'm underlining? Right there. Okay, you have to put 2x plus 3 equals 11, comma, x. If you don't put the comma and the x, it's not going to solve it for you, okay? Now, it's not always the letter x. So if you had if you were solving for y, you would put comma y. If you're any other letter, use that letter, right? Okay, so in my problem, make sure you're inside the parentheses and put comma at the bottom left, x. I hit enter. Ta-da! Okay, x equals 4. Cool. So you have a whole page of practice of this, but once you know how to do it once, you're probably good for the rest of this, right? Now, the one thing I want you to scratch out, letter C is, you'll notice there's no number on the other side of the equal sign, just a negative sign, and that's crazy. So scratch out C, but we can do A and B together here, and then I'll let you do the rest. So for A, I'm going to hit, if you just got back, we're going to press menu, 3, 1. Menu, 3, 1. And I'm going to start typing this in. 6, you can type the letter B, minus sign, not a negative sign, but a minus sign. 3 equals 0. Don't hit enter because I got to put comma, and I'm not going to put X this time. What letter am I going to use? B. It has to match. Comma B. B equals 1/2. That's Nsolve, okay? This is a great way to check your work. I really want you to be able to solve by hand like the warm-ups, but some people, it's a constant struggle, or some people want to be able to check their work. But this is a great way to do that. I'm going to do letter B real quick. So menu 3, 1. Oh, menu 3, 1. For what? Did you press comma X? Inside the parentheses. Is it comma? Did you do comma B for letter A? Okay, well, let me do this one real quick. 1 plus 2v plus 5 equals negative 4. All right. And then I have to hit comma v. V equals negative 5. Okay. So what I want y'all to do is I want you to try D through O. Skip letter C. Go D through O. If it says no solution, write that down. Ironically, that is the solution. No solution. Okay. Try those. Near the end, we can go over any that you might have trouble with, but you're going to hold on to this till tomorrow. Cool. Here we go.